guys, welcome back. Today I have brought you with me to my public library. It's my favorite library in the whole world. It's the best. It has mangas, comics, a really good horror selection, as well as a classic selection that I really like. So we're gonna go ahead and check those out. This whole week I have not been feeling my best mentally, so I'm hoping that reading books and being around books and just doing a little digging around will help me. I already started off with a really good coffee from my favorite coffee shop, so yeah, I'm bringing you guys with me, so I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, this vlog is probably gonna have a little bit of my personality in it. I try to steer away from showing my personality because I just think it's not, I don't know, I don't really know why I do that. I just do. I think I just like talking about books, and that's the only thing I'm trying to get better at, and what I'm trying to like focus on. So yeah, we're gonna see where this vlog takes us. I'm not really the best at talking. That's why I made this whole YouTube channel, is because I want to get better at talking and describing books. So yeah, it's already hard enough talking to like people, but talking to a camera just feels fucking insane to me. But I'm gonna try. I'm really trying. I'm trying to put out a video a week just because I want to really be on myself and hold myself accountable for talking and being around literature in general. So yeah, that's what we're gonna focus on today. Let's go ahead and, oh shoot, my library card. Let me find my library card because that's really important, and then I'll walk us into the library. Okay guys, I found my library card and it's really freaking adorable. It is very rare that I find library cards that I am just obsessed with. I only have 2, so it is really rare. But look at, they're all on their little laptops and they're all locked in and they're just so cute. Yeah, this is my library card. Okay guys, I know I'm kind of like slanted, but I just got out of the library, so I wanted to show you what books I got really quick, which ones captured my attention. Yeah, I'm feeling really happy and excited about this. I went into the library and I was like, I was so down. I was just like a zombie going in there, and then once I went in there, it was like I finally was able to take a breath of fresh air. I know that sounds cheesy and corny, but I kind of grew up going to the library. When you're poor as fuck as a kid, you don't really have options to go to a lot of places, and the library is obviously free, and yeah, it's awesome. So it's just what I needed. I had to leave my stupid coffee in the car because they don't allow like drinks. I didn't want to be disrespectful, so I left it, but luckily the ice is still icy. It's not like melted. So a good day, a really good day. So I'm going to show you the books I got after I take a sip and just talk about them. There's a hummingbird. Let me see if I can show you guys. Shoot. It's like in those bushes, but I don't think... Okay, that was dumb to try to show you guys a hummingbird. Okay, so let's talk about these books. The first book I got is Mandarin Chinese. It's a picture dictionary book. Yeah, I work with a lot of Mandarin speaking beautiful women, and I don't know, I think it'll just be nice to just get a little more familiar with the words. These are literally just like words like book and dictionary, so it's not like I'm really saying full sentences or trying to speak the language perfectly. I just kind of want to get a little more familiar with it, if that makes sense. But hopefully one day I'll be able to just tackle the whole language and really commit to learning it. I just don't think I'm able to do that right now in this time in my life, but I mean, a step in the right direction, am I right? The next book we have, oh my gosh, that book blinded me with the plastic when I set it down. The next book I have is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff with Your Family. I didn't really get it because I've been sweating stuff. I got it because it says like simple ways to keep daily responsibilities and household chores from taking over your life, because sometimes I feel that way. And I opened it to this one page and it was just like, don't talk bad about yourself in your head. And I was just like, wow, I do that when I'm like running behind on errands and stuff like that. So maybe this will kind of help me to be a little more better and give myself a little more grace. Okay. The next book I have, this is actually the first book. Sorry, the plastic is really blinding. The next book I have is a book that I just walked into the library and it was the first book that like I seen. And I love Angela Davis. I've read a couple of her works before, but this is her autobiography. And yeah, I just kind of want to see how she started it all and just how she came to want to advocate for a lot of what she advocated for. Yeah, she's a really big name in social justice, and her ideas, thoughts, and work that she has done, yeah, I'm a really big fan. So just to read her autobiography. The next book I have, this was in the I want to say it was like next to the world history section. I don't know what section this book was in, but yeah, I've seen a lot of people talk about this book. This is The Color of Law, and it seems to be a groundbreaking investigation into how U.S. governments in the 20th century deliberately imposed racial segregation on metropolitan areas nationwide. So yeah, I am very interested in learning and reading more about this. The next book we have is Carol Bell, and this is by James Lee Burke. Yeah, I've been trying to read a little more of James Lee Burke. I read one book and it was like this really short book. I don't remember the name. It was a long time ago, and I remember liking it, so I'm trying to see if like he has any more works that I'm interested in. This is about a man, and he lives in New Orleans, and he's fighting in enemy territory more insidious than the one who put a bullet in his back a month earlier in a shootout on the bayou. The morphine meant to dull his pain is steadily gnawing away at his resolve, playing tricks on his mind and luring him back into the addict mentality that once threatened to destroy his life and his family. Yeah, this one just seemed like the more tamed one. A lot of the books that he has have this really insane plot, from what I was reading on the back and the little synopsis inside the book. This one seemed to be on the more introduction friendly side, so yeah. The next book we have is this manga, and it's called Blue Box. Yeah, this one just seemed really cute. It is about this guy, and I guess he sees this girl who is learning to play basketball, and he falls in love. It seems like a cute little romance one, and yeah. Ooh, I didn't realize I got like a lot of books actually. A lot of them were capturing my attention. Okay, the next one we have is by Philip K. Dick. This is called Ubik, or it's UBIK. One of the 100 best English language novels. I am a really big fan of Philip K. Dick, and I am trying to get a little more into his previous works. He passed away in 1982, and he just seems to be this legendary guy in science fiction. So yeah, just to get a little more familiar with his work. This one seems to be about corporate clients who want privacy from security from psychic spies, and he's in this dreamlike state, it seems like, of suspended animation, the main character. So yeah, this one kind of just seemed like a really fun science fiction book, and who knows, might be a favorite. I'm trying to get a little more into science fiction. Ooh, okay, so the next ones we have, I was looking for the comic book section and they actually moved it to the front. So when I walked in, I walked right past it because I thought it was going to be more towards the back where it usually is. But it wasn't there. So I just thought like it wasn't there. They maybe moved it up to where the kids were upstairs. So I didn't really want to walk up there. And no, when I was walking with my stack of books, I actually saw it. So I had to like do a little double take and go around. And yeah, they actually had some Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, which I've never seen in a library before, so I thought that was really cool. I got like a little like video of it because I thought that was so awesome. Any place that has Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips is automatically a freaking trustworthy book place. That's my little mentality. Okay, so I didn't get any Ed Brubaker. I was just on a little tangent about them. Okay, so this one, oh shoot, this one is Earth 1, and it's a Superman book, but I just seen that it's volume 2, so I gotta locate volume 1. I'll probably go to the comic book store later this week, or maybe it's on Kindle. Sometimes they have comic books on Kindle. Yeah, this cover looks really cool. I haven't read a lot of Superman comic books. I'm really into Batman and just like crime novels, I mean comics in general. So yeah, I really am a big fan of Red Sun by Superman. I think that is just freaking peak Superman in my opinion. So awesome, one of my favorite movies, but I haven't read the comic. I'm actually looking for a edition that I like because I love that story so much. It's like my favorite one of all time. So yeah, I'm just getting a little more into Superman, and Earth 1 kind of reminded me of Year One by Batman, so I don't think it's going to be a very similar story to that. That's just my only logical reason, sort of, why I grabbed this Superman comic. Okay, we're on the last one, and I don't know much about this, honestly. This was just one in the comic book section that I was passing that I really liked the cover, so yeah. It's called It's Lonely at the Center of the Earth, and this is an autobiographical novel by Zoe Thorogood. And isn't this cover so cute? I don't know, this is a life I want to live. Dancing in my kitchen and little boxes on the side. Obviously I won't be a pack rat, hopefully, but yeah, I love this cover. I thought it was so cute. I don't know, the back looked really cool and interesting to talk about. Yeah, I really like it. It said this book was not supposed to exist. It is quoted as being tragic, funny, and disturbing. I do like my tragic, funny, and disturbing content. Yeah, I think the artwork just looks so cool, and I don't know, I think it's pretty interesting. I really love graphic novels that center around like girls kind of in an awkward phase in their life, or maybe just not seeing the world the way that they are meant to see it, or what people think they are meant to see it. Yeah, no, something about weird girls in comic books just really resonates with me. So yeah, this is the last book I picked out at the library, so I'm really excited to get into these books and read them. I already know I'm not going to finish any of these. Well, no, that's not true. I might finish a couple of them before their due date and return those, but I know I'm going to have to like have it renewed. I think they like renew it automatically if you don't return it before its first due date. I think you get like 3 due dates, and then you have to like return the book or like come in physically, bring the book in physically, and then check it out again. So I don't know, I think that's cool. I don't remember that really being a thing when I was younger, but I was also really irresponsible when I was younger and never returned any of my library books. So when I got older and wanted to like go and study at the library, I had to like pay this fee of like $60. And little Julie, I don't know what you were reading when you were younger that was worth $60, but you were crazy for that. Yeah, so I feel really better after coming to the library and just, I don't know, being around books. It's amazing weather today. It's really windy and it just is giving springtime. I don't know if we're in spring yet or if we're barely entering it. Yeah, so thank you guys for coming with me to the library and to get a coffee and to feel better. I definitely do. I was at the start of this video really down in the dumps, and now I'm feeling a little okay. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a great weekend, whatever day of the week I decide to post this on. Yeah, so have a good one and thanks again.